Wow. Who is Prester John? We on your ass, Prester John. Welcome back to Prester John 34. Man, we might just make it to 50 after all, y'all. I just want to take it, slow and easy, man. I don't want to, cause too much fuss, man. I just want to relax and flow through this as we pick it up, Go get the drop. You can get all the drop on the website. Support Sister V. Click the link below. Rock the drop. Support Sister V. Make sure you download the app so you know what's going on all the time. Yeah, man. You can get all the Prester Johns. Oh, man. Hiram got the drop, man. Go get in Hiram's classroom right away. Yeah, you get the full series here, man. So I got 1 through, I think, 33 here right now. You can get all the full playlist, enjoy it right there on the site. So let's just fall back. We're about to get into a nice documentary, man. We're just talking about the Voynich manuscript a little more. I mean, we can't really stop talking about it once we start. I mean, MIT is trying to decode it. Yale University is trying to decode it. Oxford. It seems like a race to me. They're calling it a Hebraic, stylized, Indianized. What did we just get last time about this, man? What they calling this? What they calling this now? Oh, here we go. Yeah, man. Scientists claim to crack an elusive century-old code, Naga code, and it's Hebrew. And we're gonna watch a documentary. They're gonna call it Turkic, and that's what they try to call it. Where do we get it from here? It's a great drop. Pull up all these links now, because we will be cutting into these. I just want to remember what we're talking about. I mean, look, we just talking about Prester John, Emperor of the 3 Indias. Prester John, Emperor of the 3 Indias. Prester John was Rajadhiraja Chola II, Prince Jadaran Ragatuni, right? Dodged the hijack. Emperor of the 3 Indias, right? He was the grandson through his mother of Kolundunga, Chola II. Cholan, Soli. Oh, Smiles got the drop. Soliman, Emperor of the 3 Indies. His father was Bragatuni, Prince Aton of the Osets. When you start digging on these, they connect to the Allens. And the Allens are connecting back to the kingdom of Georgia, right? We'll get it, man. I mean, get the drop. I mean, I hope you caught up, man, because I'm going to pick it up where we left off, pretty much, man. So, Rajadhiraja, right? Rajadhiraja. All right, hold up. Prester John was succeeded by his younger brother, Kulothunga Chola III, when Prester John retired to be a monk. Dodge all this so-called Christian hijack, because they're trying to hijack him into what's called Nestorian Christian, which goes back to an old king renowned for wise counsel. So we know he is a monk now. We got Monk's Mouth. Alright. Kulothunga helped Prester John's son, Viki Rama Pandian. Remember, you're in India Superior, Naga. By his Pandian wife. Pan. I mean, we're just talking about the XLRs. David. All these are titles. Soslan, Babylon of Georgia. This is the Babylonian XLRs. These are the Israelite priest chief kings, man. Come on, man. Priest chiefs. the exilarchs, leading you. Look, man. Son of Rajadhiraja Chola II. David, son of Rajadhiraja Chola II, Emperor of Soli, or Prester John the Pandian. Pandian, his Pandian wife, right? The Chola, Rajadhiraja, Prester John was Rajadhiraja Chola. So we haven't really dug that deeply on the Cholas and the Pandians, and that's the corner we're about to turn. Because when you click on Prester John the Pandian, click the links below, get the drop. All those links, man, are just for you. Let's get it. Rajadhiraja Chola II, Jadaran, Emperor of Soli, Soliman, Prester John Pandian, father of Solomon. And Tahama and David Soslan. So his son is a David, he's a David, and a Chola or a Pandian. Rajadhiraja Chola, Prester John. Now we staying on target with this Voynich manuscript right now, man, because something that just really got my attention. You can read more about David Soslan, the Babylonian exilarch. All right, they're putting it at 1175. Now you got Queen Tamara of Georgia. Love to my queens, man. Dragon queens on the wall. Queen Tamara is a dragon queen. Queen Miriam, we gotta keep going. Khalifa, keep going. Sheba, his son Hanan, Prince or King of the Jews of Tahama, his son Saliman. Okay, so we're getting all this again. Now here's where you're gonna have this Kerala popping up. Because remember, he's Wang Khan of the Cariates, right? The Cariates, the Cariates, right? Talk Cariates. Wang Khan. Wang Khan. Wang means king. Khan means priest. Priest king. Cariates. Wang Khan as Prester John. 15th century Togrul Wang Khan, who was the son of Krukakas. See all these different titles? Lima, like Peru. Khatun. Same time, right? 1160s to 1204. What they say over here? They say his son. So his son's in 1302, so that must push him around the 1200s, right? Remember, they're taking baths in the Fountain of Youth, so age ain't nothing but a number. Over here, we're saying around that same time, 12. Before that, it was like 1165 for his son. Rajadhiraja Chola. Okay, so they're saying 1163. 1178, the first Prester John. So Rajadhiraja Chola is the first Prester John? Look, man, we're just surfing the wave. We're talking the Cariates. We're talking Wang Khan, Prester John, Genghis Khan called him Khan Father. Like you got Godfather, Genghis Khan called him Khan Father. We're talking melanated people and a melanated war. Okay, we're gonna get that one later. Just making sure we got it. Alright. So let's go, man. We're talking melanated people and a melanated war. When we talk the Cariates, Genghis Khan called him Khan father, and then comes the invasion. You back it up. Before Juan Khan, you got Marcus Baruch Khan. So the only Marcus you thought was what, Marcus Garvey? Marcus Baruch Khan was a Cariot leader. Cariot leader. Look how they spell it. K-E-R. We're just talking the Cariots, people. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're just talking Kerala, right? K-E-R. Kerala, the Cariots, the Kerala. Kerala or what? The Kara dynasty. Love to the drop chatter, man. All the family dropping these links in the drop chatter box. We digging on this 5 nights a week. We're talking the Prester hour, man. So you got the Kara dynasty, were the ruling dynasty at the present day state of Kerala, and to a lesser extent parts of the Tamil Nadu. The Tamil, man. In southern India, along with the love the AD kingdom in the south and the Esmala kingdom in the north. They ruled the ruling kingdoms of Kerala. Together with the Cholas and the Pandyas, they were known as one of the 3 major kingdoms of the Tamilakam. The Tamilakam refers to the geographical region inhabited by the ancient Tamil people. Come on, man. We're just talking the Tamil people. We're just talking the Cholas. The Pandyans are the Tamil people. Look at that. The Telmas, the king of Telmas. Telmas. And they had mentioned the Voynich in here. I'm trying to see. Let's see. Because they take, they keep changing these links up. So I won't be surprised if they took some stuff out, man. Well, we're just talking Kerala, man. Oh, man. Just look at this right here. It says the Pandya Sadari Empress regnant of the 3 Indias. Alright. She marries King Joseph of Rubani, Gadi, and Mani, kingdom of Rodan. Eber, Rodan, Eber, or Khabar. Khabar is Eber, or the Rodans, or Rhode Island. We got all that drop about the Rodans in the Forbidden Histories of America series. Go get that drop in the library, Forbidden Histories of America. You're going to see how they got the whole Rodan, Rhode Island, the Rodri, all these Israelite titles that are already here. On the death of her mother around 1370, she became the Amazon queen. And she had a son, Solomon, man. You're just talking Sheba and Solomon, all right, who has sons, Solomon, and Davids, who are Davids. They have titles that they pass on of Davids, Dawood, all the way back, love to the 10th, to Anan ben David, became the Prester John, emperor of the 3 Indias. Her son Solomon became the Prester John emperor. Her son Solomon became the Prester John emperor of the 3 Indies. And her daughter Radha, the queen consort of Majapahit, wife of King Werbumi, eventually succeeded her as the Amazon High Queen. You're talking Khalifa. Solomon III became the Prester John Emperor of the Three Indias in 1370 and married his cousin, Princess Soror Radhani, and Majapahit Kedar, the daughter of Prince Singh Wardahani, the Duke of Pagahun, and Princess Iswari and Majapahit, and the Duchess. All right, look, man, this is you. These are titles. This is nobility we're talking about. This is the noble, regal Negro, a daughter of Queen Tribu Huana, and Radim King David of Eber or Kabar. Kabar is Heber. Solomon succeeded his father Joseph II, king of Rodan or Rodan, Eber. Come on, man. All right, man. So we're going to keep it going. Read this because you're going to get all the Amazon High Queens. You're going to get all the connection to David, Solomon, the Amazon High Queen, who could only be the Khalifa. You know, some of the backstory between the Cholas, the Pandians, how the empires are, you know, fighting each other at times. You're just talking the Tamil Nadu, right? During his reign, he provides a golden roof for the temple of Kidambaram and Sri Yangam from the wealth acquired in his conquest. He also gives many grants to temples in Triki or Tanjavur and Kanchipuram, Puram. Read through the lines. He builds a temple at Aragalore for the merit of Kulu Sekara around 1259. He acknowledges the contributors of other dynasties to Tamil Nadu. To the Tamil dynasty. We're just talking Tamil-Akam, right? Tamil-Akam covers today's Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, by building a gate at the Sri Ranganathaswamy temple of Sri Rangam, in which he engraves his name of all four great emperors of Tamil Nadu, the Cholas, the Pallavas, Pandians, and Kauras. This is where it's at. Kauras. Oh man, we just getting started. We're just talking Tamil-Akam or the Kerala. The Kerala or the Karalam in Malayalam, where Kerala is the adjectival form, is a state in southern India, Malabar coast. The Kara dynasty. Didn't we just say Kara? Yeah, we just said the Karas. The Cholas, you got the Karas, all right? Here you got the Karas, the Mala. You got the Kara dynasty, and that's what we're just covering, man. We're just talking the Kara or the Kariates, the Kariat leader, Marcus Baruch Khan. Marcus Baruch Khan was a Kariat leader who also led the Zulu Confederacy in 1100. These are Negroes, man. These are Nagas, man. This is your ancestors, man. They're not going to teach you about you, are they? In 1100, he was killed by the Lyle dynasty. Kirkakas Baruch Khan was a son of successor of Baruch Marcus, among whose wives were Torah Quimish Katan, daughter of Korchi Baruch Khan of the Naaman. And it goes on, and then he has notable sons who is Tagrul, Tagru is Prester John, the one that we're digging on, who is Wang Khan, but this is his grandfather. And then you got Eula, and we dealt with the Yulu Dashi, which is another key word to follow, the Yulu Dashi. After Karuku's Baruch died, Khan died, Lima's servant, Elijah from Tartar became the de facto regent. Come on, man. You're just talking the Khanate. And real talk, I mean, you're really just talking the Jedi, but don't tell nobody. We're just talking the Jedi. Because when you deal with the Khazar Empire, or the original Khazars, or Khazaria, or Mazaka, or Mosak, or Moses, you're talking about the Khazar, or Khazaria, or Mosak the founder, Mosaka. Jedi. Kariat Jedis. Korala Jedis. You need to think bigger when you talk about your history, Negro. Jedi. We're talking Kariisms and Kariat Jews, right? Hebrews, right? Yeah, man. We're just talking the Amazon High Queen, which means we're just talking Joseph. And we're just talking Prester John of the Three Indias. Wow. So we take all this into effect. I mean, when we talk David, we take it all into effect. And yeah, this is a little bit different than the one I had before, because I actually had a section on the Voynich. And just as I thought, it looks like they snatched that thing down, man. Oh, wait a minute. Indianized Jews. Ah, here we go. Rajadhiraja Chola II. Right? Or say it with me. Prester John. Who is Prester John? Is he King David? Of course, but there's many Davids. Even Genghis Khan took the title David. This is a lineage of priest kings called David, Dawood. One title of many. You also got the Rajadhirajas, Cholas, the David Soslins, Solimans, the Exilarchs, man. So when you talk Rajadhiraja Chola II, Jadaran, Emperor, Saliman, you're talking Prester John, the Pandian. Prester John, come on, man. Let's go, man. And remember, man, when you look up that 1828 definition of Prester, let's do it with me. Prester, 1828. A meteor thrown from the clouds. So when you talk dracons and dragons, you're talking Prester. Because when you look up the definition of a dragon in 1828, a fiery shooting meteor. Stop. So a dragon is a meteor, or Naga, a dragon is you, a fierce, violent person, male or female. This man or woman is a dragon. Are you fierce and violent towards the hijack, or are you just a good old boy? Dragon seems sometimes to signify large marine fish or serpent. Isaiah 27, Psalm 74. I mean, we went there before, right? A fierce, violent person, a meteor. Oh, a Prester. Got it. Prester. Rajadhiraja Chola II. Rajadhiraja Chola II. Click all these links. You're going to need them. The first Prester John. An emperor of the three, 1, 2, 3 Indias. America is India's superior. The superior India, they call it. The so-called Voynich manuscript is a 15th century copy of the original. What? A 15th century copy of the original. That means it's a copy. Well, we need the original. So that means, does Yale University have the actual joint, or do they got a copy? They got the 15th century copy, the one with all the little white ladies drawn inside of it and stuff. Iconoclast. The so-called Voynich manuscript. So it's not even called the Voynich manuscript. It's named after somebody with the last name Voynich, who's rich, right? It's a 15th century copy of the original, which was written by him. Who? The first Prester John. Rajadhiraja Chola II, man. Jadaron. We're just talking Prester. The meteor thrown from the clouds with such violence that by collision it is set on fire. Oh, you mean like dragon? Let go. I mean, look, man, this ain't hard to do. We just surfing away. Jadaron, the first Prester John. 3 Indias, the so-called Voynich manuscript, 15th century copy of the original, which is written by him, Jadaron, Prester John. In the 12th century, body bag, Daniel. Oh, Daniel, it's a body bag. So if it's written by Prester John in the 12th century, then this 15th century shit is not the real shit. So we're going to watch a documentary. Of course, we got to get our foundation. And when we watch it, they think they got the real shit. They're going to call it something written in Turkish that they're decoding. They're hiding the truth because we know the secret. Scientists claim to crack an elusive centuries-old code, and it's in Hebrew. Oh man, not so fast, say language medieval computer scientist scholars who break down the so-called decryption breakthrough. Canadian computer scientists claim to have cracked a centuries-old code manuscript after using artificial intelligence, sophisticated algorithms, and a little help from Google Translate. They need all that help to crack something that you got inside of you. The University of Alberta researchers hypothesized that the long, elusive 600-year-old text is written in encrypted Hebrew. Well, if it's 600 years old and we're in the year 2000, that takes us to about 1400, 1500. That's 15th century. We're learning, because we're digging deeper, that this manuscript don't go back to the 15th century. You're going to have to take it all the way back to the 12th century. This is a 15th century copy of the original, written by him, the first Prester John, back in the 12th century. Let go. It's time to unseal the books, don't you know? Don't you know? Or are you still worried about Moneta Juno? 600-year-old written in encrypted Hebrew. So they're decoding all this stuff. They say this document's in Yale. This is high level. Everything we dig on is high level academia. Prester John, Voynich manuscript, dragonology, high level academia. We're not supposed to be digging on it. It must be in us to wake up, search for our creator, and David, our priest king. When we search for our creator, when we wakey, Hosea 3 and 4. This is the NASB version. For the sons of Israel will remain for many days without a king or prince, without sacrifice or sacred pillar, without ephod or household idols. Wow. Afterwards, the son of Israel will return, the sons and daughters of Israel, Kwam Yashurah, will return and seek their creator, Hawa, and David. We're just talking David Soslan. We're just talking David. We're just talking Dawu. I mean, who got the drop? Who got the drop on the Davids, the Cholas, the Pandians? Who got the drop on the Exilarchs? David. Afterwards, the sons of Israel will return, man. Wake up, be aware. Return to you. Return to your land. And seek your creator and David. Why does it go hand in hand in Hosea 3 and 5? Because you ain't had a priest king in hundreds of years. But you will return. You will seek your creator and you will seek your order. You will seek your order. Love to the Templar, man, for this beautiful Yapa illustration of order. Afterwards shall the children wakey, man. And seek their creator and David their king. Rajadhiraja, Chola II, Prester John, priest king. I mean, don't you wonder why this drop right here looks so similar? He trying to jam up all my links, man. Just ask yourself, did a black man discover the fountain of youth? Now look at the picture they got. Did a black man discover the fountain of youth? And what do they call him? El Prester. Wang. Like what? Like Wang Khan. Prester John. The meteor, right? The fiery meteor, the dragon, right? Now you see, just look at his robes. Look at his robe. Let's put it side by side. Is it play? the last noble image of the Negro before it was substituted with another. Who is Prester John? So you got this Voynich manuscript, 12th century. Now listen, the language is they calling it Hebreo-Georgian. Remember the Kingdom of Georgia. Indian language of the royal house. The royal house. His Panian wife. Alright, so it goes on. So it's calling it a Hebreo-Georgian Indian language. And we just got it here calling. The scholars are calling it what? In University of Alberta. The University of Alberta is calling it what? Encrypted Hebrew. So with that, man, you know, we surf the wave. You can pull it up, man, anytime in the library. Go surf the wave, man. Get the drop. Get the drop. Get the drop, man. Pull it up, man. Meditate. Fall back, man. And just, you know, flip through it, man. You know, put some flutes on and just, you know, fall back and vibe out, man. Vibe on out. They can't crack the code, man. What they call it? Encrypted Hebrew. The books are being unsealed. Allahu Akbar. So yeah, man, dig on it. You already see. It's a lot to dig on when you talk the Voynich manuscript, baby. Wow. So let go, man, let go. We got some digging to do. All praise to Allah. Surf the wave. Wow. Run, Naga, run. Aqua tie battle. Got the drop, man. Oh, man. said Aqua Tie got to drop, man. Yeah, to get my little applause, man. Keep it going for Aqua Tie Battle. Oh man, surf the waves. You get this beautiful poetry every night, man. Run, Naga, run for a wanted applause. Just keep running to support their cause. Run, Naga, run just as fast as you can. Just keep running right off your own land. Run, Naga, run, and do not look back. Just keep running around our ancestral track. Man. Run, Naga, run. Keep going on and on. Just keep running until all your land is gone. Run, Naga, run, and get out the way. Just keep running so your invaders can stay. Run, Naga, run, till there is no land left. Just keep running, you victim of grand theft. Run, Naga, run, till you feel like a winner. Just keep running like fleeing from a sinner. Run, Naga, run like it is hide and seek. Just keep running till you are tired and weak. Run, Naga, run till you're out of breath. Just keep running like you're avoiding death. Run, Naga, run like bullets are shot out. Just keep running while looters roam about. Run, Naga, run like you are in the race. Just keep running while they take your place. Run, Naga, run till you get across the line. Just keep running happily like it's all just fine. Run, Naga, run till home is out of sight. Just keep running away from your birthright. Run, Naga, run. Aqua Tie got the drop, man. Peace and power, wow, man. We get this every night. We got it every night. Aqua Tie. Now we ready. Just catch this morning drop. Let go. Yeah, man. I got y'all feeling like you live in the ether, man. Time battle got the drop, man. Live in the ether with Con Drop. See, I'm Con Drop over there, man, in the ether. You know, they know me as Con. You know what I mean? You gotta get over there and surf the wave. It's the ether, baby. It's the ether. Wow. We just keep vibing up, that's all. We just vibing up, man. So, let's get cozy. Let's get into it, man. I hope to everyone surfing the wave and joining. We live right now, man. Go ahead and click on it, man. Let go. So yeah, this drop, man, you know, it's an interesting drop. You know, just kind of popped up, so I just clicked on it. I think it was just dropped today, so it's very new. It hasn't been sitting around for years. This is just dropping. This is their, you know, updated research. You know what I'm saying? So of course we got our own. Let's compare, contrast. As you know, dodge your own damn hijacks, man. Entire battle told you that, and just surf the wave, man. Let's fall back. Wow. Let go.
The Voynich manuscript. For years, this mysterious document has perplexed scholars.
So you see all these weird looking paintings, but remember, or you know, depictions. This is a 15th century copy. Even they're going to say 15th century, and we just got what? The 12th century. So what happens in 300 years? Everything. But let's go.
And researchers who have all failed at deciphering the handwritten book. There appear at first glance to be 6 sections: herbal, astronomical, biological, cosmological, pharmaceutical, and recipes.
So they got herbal, pharmaceutical, they got recipes. Let's get that one more time. It's 6 sections. Write them down if you want, man. Get the drop. The link is in the description. Let's get it.
Cosmological, astronomical, biological, cosmological, pharmaceutical, and recipes.
Wait, what's the first one?
Herbal, astronomical, biological, cosmological, pharmaceutical, and recipes. Matching illustrations help to hint at what the writing could signify. With no proper translation of the manuscript yet completed, it has so far been impossible to say for sure where it came from.
Well, we just got some digging on our own. But yeah, and can't nobody crack your code, Naga.
But the mystery may have finally been solved.
Uh-oh.
I first heard about the Voynich manuscript 4 years ago. I must say it had instantly captured my interests. The thing that got my initial attention, I noticed that there was a significant number of words that started with the same characters but ended with different characters. This pattern was quite familiar to me since I'm originally Turkish. The Turkish language is an aggregative one, meaning typically the words contain a root at the beginning and the affixations are added to the root word to create derivative words and sentences. Essentially, this structure was visually very similar to my native Turkish language. I'm an electrical engineer by education and trade. However, reaching an ancient Turkish languages has been a passion of mine for the last 25 years. I initially identified 7 characters by relating them to previously deciphered languages. I first introduced the manuscript to my oldest son Ozan and youngest Alp. Both of them seemed interested in the topic, thus we decided to work on the manuscript as a family project.
Now, language and writing structure. The Voynich manuscript was written in the Turkic language, which essentially is an agglutinative one. And the way that works is, essentially, an agglutinative language is one that has words that are comprised of roots and are later affixed through either prefixes or suffixes and or other roots. Now, by doing this, you can either completely vary the definition of the original word, or you can create variations upon it. And what the author did was just that. Now, the author of the manuscript was actually writing in phonemic orthography, which essentially just means that he would spell things essentially just as he would hear them. Now, the text was written from left to right, just as we would read it. And furthermore, once actually read, it becomes quite evident that the author's use of language demonstrates that the language he used was quite poetic in a sense, because there's also a rhythmic structure. For example, on folio 33V, Sunflower Herbal, if you really follow the text, each and every line is rhythmically matching.
So the first thing we did was try and identify the characters that were common between the Voynich manuscript and Old Turkic. Some of the Voynich characters are also used in several Proto-European and early Semitic languages. After matching the first 7 characters, our next step was to identify those figures and illustrations with unique words labeled next to them. Here is an example from the astronomical section of the manuscript. The first thing you will notice in folio 67R is that there were 12 segments in the illustration. So the obvious logic was that each of these segments must be representing the months of a year. Our next step was finding all the names of the month in modern and Old Turkic languages. Then we plugged in the characters that we had deciphered. Currently, we are able to match 5 of these months with their corresponding Turkish words. We applied this methodology to the other illustrations, and in doing so, we were able to decipher the remaining characters of the alphabet.
Now, the alphabet that was used to write the Vonic manuscript was comprised of 24 basic letters and over 62 combined letters and tamgas. Some of these characters would actually have numerical value and would be used as numbers. Now,
remember, you know what I mean? Remember who you are, man. Remember, man. Encrypted Hebrew, it's Hebrew. Encrypted Hebrew, it's Hebrew. Encrypted Hebrew. Alright? Remember, man, when we talk the Voynich manuscript, the first Prester John, the 3 Indias, we're just talking the original in the 12th century. The language is the Hebreo-Georgian Indian language of the royal house. His son by his black Pandyan wife was King Vikrama the Pandyan. You can dig on Lady Hannah. You can dig on David Soslan, his son. The Babylonian Exarch, 1175. Or you can definitely dig on Queen Tamar of Georgia, who held it down. All the way down. We're just talking Suleiman, right? Lego. We're just talking Indian language, right? Georgian language, or simply encrypted Hebrew. It's Hebrew. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're just talking Prester John. This is Prester John 34, man. Let go.
Over here, I wanted to demonstrate a couple of combined letters and the way they work. If we take a look at the character ch, which is demonstrated here, and the numerical value 7, which is pronounced yedi. Now, the author would use combined letters such as this one, and it would be pronounced either one of these ways. So it could be pronounced chui, chie, chied, or chiedi. Now that would have to depend on the way this letter is actually placed within the word. Now, here's another example of how the author was actually demonstrating combined letters through illustrations and imagery. Now over here, we have a combined letter of P, which is seen right here. And it's inverted sideways and placed beside an I, which is sound. So together, or E. Together the sound would make ip. Now ip is translated in Turkic, and to this day it still remains as so, as rope. And oddly enough, the author actually drew this character in the shape of a rope. And here it says Chola, which just essentially means measurement. It says rope measurements.
During this process, we noticed that other than the base 24 letters, there are also combined letters that are a derivative of the base 24. Furthermore, the manuscript also contains numerical values 1 to 9, and we also noticed that the first letter of the corresponding Turkish words of each number is also used phonetically to represent the combined letter. Now, going back to my astronomical example, it turned out that at the top it was the month of the December, and the months were ordered clockwise starting from January all the way to December. For example, the 10th month is October, and in the manuscript it reads as Oguzar, and using the old Turkish dictionaries it translated as Güzay, In modern Turkish, güz means autumn and ay means month. The word ay in Turkish has two meanings, month and moon. Here it is translating as the month of autumn. Then the 11th month, which is November in Voynich, it can be read as Seperu and Seferi, which translated as Seper ayı and Seperu and Seferi,
Safari,
which translated as Seper.
Sefer. Hey, look, we don't gotta know much. We just gotta put some stuff together. Now, Sefer, you're dealing with like the Sefer that we read out of, which only means to make a connection, or a book that makes connections. You know, it doesn't just mean a book, a Sefer. It means the connecting of what's in the book, the energy connecting. Now you got that I or AY, right? Watch this.
Which is November in Voynich. It can be read as Seperu, translating as Turkish has two.
Alright, now they say moon, month. They don't know. They don't know. I just want to see what's popping up. So you see that AY? Watch this. Let's see, where we just get that AY dynasty drop, man? Was it in the Kerala? Here we go, the A dynasty. So when you talk about the Kara or the Kariates, right? Wang Khan, Prester John. You got the Kara dynasty, was the first prominent kingdom based in Kerala. The AY dynasty in the deep south, and the Ekmala kingdom in the north formed the other kingdoms in the early years. A dynasty, I dynasty, AI, artificial intelligence. Let's go. Later known as the Vinod, or subsequently the Thuruvithamkur dynasty, ruled parts of India, southern India, in the early Sangam age. Wow, and we just were digging on the San. Man, we dig on so much stuff. We dug on the San something, but watch this, man. The Sangam period, I'm surfing away with y'all right now, is the period of the history of the ancient Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So this period or history they're calling Sangam. Now remember Horace Butler did the one letter rule? Alright, I put it like this. You know how there's a Zion and a Sion, right? The Z-I-O-N is not the same as the S-I-O-N. And we got that before out of the, Behold the Pale Horse. We dug on that. It's in the library about the Zion, the wisdom, the protocols of the wise man of Zion, which is the S-I-O-N refers to Mount Hermes or Thoth, right? But the Z is different than the S. And I would just reckon to say that this San is not San, but Zion, period. And this Gam, remember how Horace Butler says the G's and C's are interchangeable, becomes Kam or Khan. Khan, the Zan Khan period. Now you can surf the wave, on your own. But from what I'm looking at, this is the Zan Gam period. And when you're talking about the Zan, remember, we just talking Prester John. Did a black man discover the fountain of youth? El Prester Juan, Prester John, man. Don't get it twisted. We're just talking the Zan. Wow. Let's count together. 1. Aleph, El, Ah. Bet, house. Floor plan, tent. Gam. Okay. I didn't expect to run into Gam. So check this out. It's another wave. See, man, all praise Hawa. So you can get the con out of that, or you can just keep the Gam, man. Now, when you go back, we're going to go back, man, and I want you to remember what's here. And you see this foot, right? And he's going to call it a 7, and he's going to translate it as a yed, right? Or almost sounds like a yod, but he translates it as a yed, and it's the same symbol. And you're looking at the picto saying, no, that's a gam. Like the Zan Gam period. And the picto is telling you that the Gam is a foot, a gathering, a walking together. Walking, gathering, walking, gathering, walking, gathering. The Zan is the 7th letter of the Picto-Paleo-Hebrew. Your food, cut off, nourishment. Not Zion, it became Zayin later, right? It's your Zan. And when we say Hawa, we say the Ha. Look, reveal, your breath. So it's not an outer Ha. It's really an inhale. It's an inner. So how do you say aha? If I say Naga, take a breath, are you going to say, oh? No, you're going to say, take a breath. If you're a boxer, you get hit in the kidneys, you need to breathe. Take a breath. You're going to say, nah, you're going to say, only when you take that breath do you have a revelation, reveal, look, to see. The etymology of dragon is what? To see clearly. The etymology of dragon is to see clearly. Look, reveal. You take a breath out, and then you exhale the wah. Wall of protection. Security. Security. What are you adding? Are you adding to your security when you take a breath and wah? Burn that damn hijack down, right? Mow them down. Not until you get your ha and wah do you get your zan. And all praise the Creator. I know everybody rock how they rock. But if you ask me why I rock, it's because if I ain't got my ha, wah, by the time I get to my zan or zayin, by the time I get to my nourishment, my cutoff, my separation, my rest, if I ain't got my ha, wah, if I ain't got my Creator, by the time I walk through the door, after walking through the door, because the Creator, the powerful leader, came into my tent, my house, my family, and we walked together, drop nation, Shabbatah, through a door, Hawa, an entrance, and the first thing that greets us is our mama, big mama. We take a breath. That's our wisdom of Solomon, right? And then we say, wah, and you got the Dragon fire, the meteor, right? The Prester, the Dragon, meteor, Prester. Then you get your Zan. So there's no Yah before you get your Zan. That's why I don't say hey Yah or ha Yah. Because if you ain't got your Yah by the time you got your Zan, what are you doing? You ain't weaponized. You ain't ready for the rest of the journey till you get to your Wata. So our Ha and our Wa is there present before our Zan. Now we got our weapon, our matak, which is a weapon. The Shabbat, your Zan is a weapon, but you need your Creator. You need your mother, your father, your framer, your shaper, your ha, wah, or your wah. Now you're ready for your rest. That's how I know the Creator's name. And frequency is this breath. Every breath I take is the Creator's name. Every breath you take is the Creator. Every breath you exhale, wah, is the Creator. Then you get your rest, your food, your cut-off day, your nourishment, your separation, your freedom, your weapon, your Zan. I'm just talking Zani or San, right? Zion or Zion. Sion or Zion, right? I take the Zan, and then we have a Gam, which is a what? A gathering. Gam, foot, gather, walk. Now pay attention to this symbol, and let's take it back. We're just talking San Gam period of the Tamil or Tamilakam or Gam. Because the G's and C's are interchangeable, which means the K's and G's are interchangeable. We're just surfing away. So Zan Gam or Zan Khan, however you surf it. Now that we know this Gam is just talking about the third letter of the picto, well, damn, how come they're not figuring this shit out? Now pay attention to this letter. Let's go back. We're just surfing away. Allah. Now we're just talking the A. And how do we get all the way to the Sangam? Let's back up, because we're just talking about the A kingdom. Up to AD. Y'all check out that Hour of Truth, man. He dropped a double on us, man. Every Saturday, 7 o'clock Pacific. Download that app, right there, man, and surf the wave. It's going to be super dope. We will drop our drop sponsorships pretty soon, so you'll know how to sponsor each of these shows, man. Each of the tribal members, man, that are dropping their shows in the ether. You can sponsor them, support their GoFundMes, different things, because they're reading books to you weekly, and it's a beautiful thing, man. You're talking the A kingdom, which means you're talking the Naga coil, man. What? The Naga coil? The Nagar, nigger coil? Yeah, man. The Naga coil. The temple of the Nagas, man. Come on, man. I can't make this shit up. The A kingdom. The Sangam or Sangam gathering. Zan gathering. A Zan gathering. Foot, right? Walking. A Zan gathering. Almost sounds like an Exodus, right? The A dynasty, later known as the Vanad, subsequently Thamkur dynasty, ruled parts of southern India. Early Zan Khan age, span 3rd century. Alright, so ruled extending Theruvala, Ador in the north to Nagarkoil, the temple of the Nagas, in the south, including the naturally rich western Ghats. Is that where they get the Goths? Man, we're just talking the Karas, the Kariat, the Kerala. Let go, man. Let go. Let's take it back. We're just talking the A. Oh, man, we digging on it. How we digging on it? And we ain't over there at the University of Alberta, are we? We ain't over there. Let's back it up a little bit. We ain't over there with them, right? Let go.
Old Turkic languages. Then we plugged in the characters that we had deciphered. Currently, we are able to match 5 of these months with their corresponding Turkish words. We applied this methodology to the other illustrations, and in doing so, we were able to decipher the remaining characters of the alphabet.
Now, the alphabet that was used to write the Runic manuscript was comprised of 24 basic letters and over 62 combined letters and tamgas. Some of these characters would actually have numerical value and would be used as numbers. Now, over here, I wanted to demonstrate a couple of combined letters and the way they work.
Pay attention.
If we take a look at the character ch, which is demonstrated here, and the numerical value...
Stop. Because you say Yeti, I say Jedi. You say Yeti, I say Yoda. Shit. You say Yeti, I say Star Wars, man. You say Yeti, I say Jedi. Oh, you mean Yeti? Come on, man. I can't make this shit up. Talking to Cariats. Wonka. I'm talking Marcus, darling. I'm talking the Wonka, man. Prester, John, man. I'm just talking the Jedi or Yeti. Let's go. Lego. Yeti. That's what they're calling this number that looked like a number 7, right? Let's go back to the Picto-Paleo. I didn't even mean to start deciphering shit. I just wanted to watch the damn documentary with you. But the books will be unsealed, right? Is that a 7? Is that a 7? Or is it a gom? Is it a gimel? Are we talking foot gathering, walking, Jedi type thing? Exodus with the Jedi? A Jedi movement? Jedi gathering? Is that a 7? Is that a 7? Huh? Is that a 7? Or is that a foot gathering, walking? A Yeti, or a Jedi? Kari, Wonka, Priest King, Prester, John. Just surfing the way.
7, which is pronounced Yedi. Now the author would use combined letters such as this one, and it would be pronounced either one of these ways. So it could be pronounced Chui, Chie, Chied, or Chiedi. Now that would have to depend on the way this letter is actually placed within the word. Now, here's another example of how the author was actually demonstrating combined letters through illustrations and imagery. Now over here, we have a combined letter of P, which is seen right here. And it's inverted sideways and placed beside an I, which is sound. So together, or E. Together the sound would make ip. Now ip is translated in Turkic, and to this day it still remains as so, as rope. And oddly enough, the author actually drew this character in the shape of a rope. And here it says Chola, which just essentially means measurement. It says rope measurements.
During this process, we noticed that
do y'all believe that?
The base 24 letters.
It's Hebrew, man. Don't you see the ta? It's right in your face, bowl, man. Let's go, man.
There are also combined letters that are derivative of the base 24. Furthermore, the manuscript also contains numerical values 1 to 9, and we also noticed that the first letter of the corresponding Turkish words of each number is also used phonetically to represent the combined letter. Now, going back to my astronomical example, it turned out that at the top it was the month of the December, and the months were ordered clockwise, starting from January all the way to December. For example, the 10th month is October, and in the manuscript it reads as Oguzar, and using the old Turkish dictionaries it translated as Güzay. In modern Turkish, Güz means autumn and Ay means month. The word Ay in Turkish has two meanings, month and moon.
In Turkish, right? So you know, however they're flipping this shit, ain't that encrypted Hebrew translation. You know this is not the encrypted Hebrew translation. We're just talking the IA dynasty.
Here it is translating as the month of autumn. Then the 11th month, which is November in Voynich, it can be read as Seperu, and Seferi, which translated as Seper ayı, and
which is Hebrew, Sefer, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all Hebrew.
As Sefer ayı in modern Turkish.
Hebrew.
Seper meaning sprinkling and raining. Another example could be from the 7th month of July, which is read as Çağı Orak in Voynich, and as Çağı Orak in modern Turkish. In addition to that, the words Orak and Çorak are both related, as they both refer to the harvesting period of the year. In Old Turkish, one of the meanings Orak directly translates to July, as well as harvesting. The word
It almost sounds like those giants like Eric, Arak. Let's go.
Çorak means arid season, in other words, harvesting in the rainless season. Similarly, we have identified around 30 words with illustrations.
Yeah, that's an interesting illustration. Almost looks like a tree man, or some type of. See the arms coming out. You know, look kind of crazy, man.
It's around 30 words with illustrations. Now we were convinced that this is simply plain Turkish. We challenge ourselves by translating a full page of text.
Alright, y'all. So this is their Turkish translation into English. So I know you're excited, but don't take this shit word for word. Alright, just surf away. Let's go. If you were to cleave it, this harvestable, sunny, multi-ended flower, with its flat oval-like loose and sticky seeds, will be split and scattered. The crown-looking flower, if moist, is easy to carve and has many kernels and looks like it has lines of hollow black bubbles in the form of a hair-like whorl. The shrub-sized stalk has yellow pendulum-like fanny flower on top and a honeycomb-like pattern in the center, and if on a muddy, watery base, the plant branch collapses. As the kernels inside the honeycomb pattern center fill up with oily halva-like substance, the head of the plant becomes heavy and bends its head to a side and might surprisingly split the stalk. If the plant has 3 branches and one of the branches becomes small, dwarf, like a big button, it shrinks, and the juice inside the dying branch is sucked by the tailor, creator, and is transformed towards the 2 healthy branches, which becomes larger, healthier. The many yellowish arrow-like tips of the kernel nut can be eaten, consumed by a kissing motion action. The weight of the harvest is such that it will benefit, pay very well, profitable, you, the shoemaker, the looters, the hammer worker, blacksmith, the scale worker, partners, business partners, many others, the happy crowd, and even the landscaper, stock picker, man. Look, man, Dodge, you know what I mean? I don't, you know, it sounds cool, but I'm thinking what you thinking. You know what I mean? These niggas ain't got to drive. Yeah, they don't got to drive. Let's go. The taste of the first fruits, nuts, and the attractive appearance of the ornamented crown captivates those buying the plant and takes full control of the buyer, impressing, for even the dying person will remain impressed. Okay. The stalk and the grain altogether are shoveled with a wide and deep basket and a swift motion filling it. Once the flowers are removed, the skin of the stalk can be used to braid. A bowl-sized flower is as valuable as gold. The harvester, farmer, cuts the spikes and fills the bag and barn. The buyer weighs it and feels heartwarmed, satisfied. You know, we got to get the drop, man. We need to get the drop, man. Let go. Shabbat up.
Something interesting to note in this translation is the mention of the dying branch, the third branch. Without the translation, it's actually not easy to notice this branch, but you can see it in the photo here.
Another example of us testing this theory will be found on page 58R. We selected that page off of random, and we selected the first paragraph out of it, which contained 131 words. And out of those 131 words, using this method, we derived 28 of them via just direct translation.
As a result, we currently have found over 300 different words and have deciphered sufficient vocabulary that enable us to read 30% of entire manuscript. We have just submitted a publication to the Digital Medieval Philology Journal of Johns Hopkins University. We invite all the other academics interested in the matter to join us in decoding the rest of the manuscript.
Property of Yale. Property of Yale. Alright, man, we just surfing the wave, man. So we're making our dismount. You get the drop again. We would like to thank Yale University. So what we're digging on is highly sought after drop. That's why we're over there in the ether. You know what I mean? That's why we are in the ether. You feel me? That's why we live, man.
Rest in them. In him for grace and peace
Let go.
is to his elect. That's yours. That's yours. As we dig on this tide battle poetry, I just want you to know it's yours. Whose world is it? The world is yours. The ether is yours. Tide battle poetry is yours because the sister gives it to you. 5 nights a week, man. We do flashbacks at the Tide Battle Poetry Hour that went off beautifully tonight, man. Dig on it every Friday at 6 o'clock Pacific, man. 6 o'clock Pacific. We have a whole hour dedicated to Tide Battle Poetry to give back, to pay our homage, to pay honor to the Queen Tide Battle. Hey, so I'm on the side. We're going back in the crate. Let's go ahead and click on Tide Battle Poetry. You know what I mean? Do it with me. Let's go hunting, man. We hunting for Tide Battle Poetry now. You can do it a couple ways. You can hit drop poetry, and that'll take you to a lot of poetry that's been getting dropped, man. We got some drop from Aboriginal Hebrew we dropped this week, man. Miss D and the Copper Color Awakening has some drop. You know the Templar done hit us with some drop. Man, I hopped to Eye of a Dragon, man. Miss you, bruh. Definitely had some beautiful poetry drop, dragon drop all day. You know what I'm saying? Homicide, 540. What it do? Oh, we got that great run, Naga, run. You know what I mean? How real was that? I'm gonna go way back, man. I'm gonna go way back in the crates. I'm going way back, man. I'm clicking on the category, the last. I'm going to the top of this one. We going to the top. Yeah. man, I'm going all the way back, man. I'm going back to, matter of fact, hold up. There we go. I'm going back to the real Ame'rican clans, man. Aquatide battle. I don't know if you remember this one. This was so long ago. Nah, man. I mean, this was right when we started. This is around August 2017. But you know, the sister does it every night, man. So, you know, it feels like it's so long ago.
Tide battle got the drop.
Hey, get that drop, pull it up. Show the sister some love, show the sister some hi, man. Here's the link to it. And I'ma drop that drop on you like this, man. The real Ame'rican clans, man. Let's get it, man. Let go. The real Ame'rican clans by Aqua Tide Battle. Take it down to the snaps. Alright, pull up a seat. Let's go. Pull up a seat. This is Tide Battle Poetry. I know you go crazy. Let go. Alright. Respect the poet. Let's take it down to the snaps. Wow. The real Ame'rican clan by Aqua Tide Battle. The ones that represent the real meaning of tribal. The ones the invaders met at the time of their arrival. The coat of arms shows the picture of Abraham and Sarah's kin. The ones they so freely call by the corrupted word Sarah sin. It has a swarthy brother head depicted on a red family crest. It is divided with green and yellow X and shows royalty in its best. The ones that are strong and always will sit and stand true, like the fearless chiefs and rulers of the noble clan and Roos. The ones we call warriors that you don't want to come across. The ones that ride or die like the members of Clan Ross. The Queen of Sheba is really the gorgeous Queen Callie. The original one who reigns from the expansive California Valley. They are of King David's blood and are also known as Khans, the title that carries on through the lineage of King Solomon, the real Ame'rican clan by Aqua Tide Battle. It's alright, man. Go ahead and turn up for Tide Battle. Go ahead. Let go.
Man, let's turn up for Tide Battle over here, man. Let go.
See why we did do the crazy. Y'all might have forget she wrote this back in August, man. Y'all might have forgot about it.
Tide Battle.
It's a poetic flow with poetic justice.
This is how we get poetic justice, man. Tide Battle got the drop. Much high. The surf from the way tonight. This is Prester John 34, man. We got to keep the fire burning. That's all we require of all of you, you know, when it comes to tribe, man. It's just keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning, man. Keep throwing logs in the fire. You see Drop Nation building. You seeing what we building. You seeing we over here just digging on it, man. You see the Templar. Get Get higher /drop, man. Get in the classroom. We just talking Prester John, man. Much out to everyone in the classroom, man. This is the dojo. Look, man. Hold up, man. Where we at? Where we at? Yeah, man. It's the dojo. You know how to do it, man, when you come through the door. You know how you do it, man. Much out to everyone dropping great comments, man. Jackie Anthony keeps on dropping great comments, man. Let's go, man. Jackie Anthony got the drop. Native word, Seuss. Go get these links, man. Click on anything she dropped. It's going to make sense. We're just talking Wakanda. Man, Henry Williams says keep dropping them gems, bro. What they do, Henry Williams? Much high. King Universe within me, 365 days says drop code. We're just talking the Voynich manuscript, man. What they do? Peculiar People says I've registered. I still can't get in the library. I say 1, 2, 3, 4. He said thank you. Can't wait, bro. There we go. Get you through the door. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get you through the door. Into the what? Into the dojo. Into the dojo. You know what I'm saying? Waka Flocka, man. What it do? Natasha Robinson. Copper Colored Dragon says, man, there's another Waka Indian tribe area in northwestern Washington. So you got the Wakas everywhere. They have a nature park there too. Copper Colored Dragon is supposed to reside at and have breeding grounds. We just talking Phoenix, man. Free Phoenix. Sheila Bourne says the Wada. What it do? Sheila Bourne, man. FRZ said we gotta dodge the hijack. Talk to the head, Kelly. Man, we just dodging the hijacks, man. Templar up, order the black robes. Yeah, that professor's name is George Dragon. He said, I can't make this stuff up. Not at all. Aboriginal Gem Finder says, peace and light, just what I need. The Grand Rising today, great drop, man. Much out to everybody, man. Anthony Cook-Area, man. Sheena Miles, man. Ryan Dickinson, L. Eliza Moon, and on we go, man. Much high for all the beautiful comments. Surfing the wave with us, man. Surfing the wave with me. We're just talking the Exilarchs, man. We're just talking Drop Nation. When we come together, we Shabbat up, man. So whatever you do, man, keep on Shabbat up, man. Keep on vibing up. Keep on rocking. Keep on surfing the wave. Get the drop. See what's going on. See what's happening next. I look forward to getting into Toussaint the Overture with y'all, man. We had a good time dropping it last night on the Shabbat show, digging on that Toussaint the Overture. And you're just talking the Franks and the Roos, the Franks and the Roos, the French, the Franks, the French, the Franks. You're talking the Templar. You're talking the Roos and Franks forming the Knights Templar, the French, the Franks. Prester John, get the drop, man. Keep on digging on it. Keep on digging, man. We out of here, man. Remember, it's all already here for you. You know what I mean? You can dig on it. You can decipher on your own. You don't need no degree. You don't need nobody, giving you a magical handshake to do it. You talk about the Voynich manuscript. You're talking about the rhythm. You're talking about the flow, man. You're talking about the rhythm and the flow, man. Which means you're just talking what? You're just talking Drop Nation. And when we gather, man, we get our rhythm. We get our flow going. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at him. Look at him try to hijack the Voynich. You can't hijack the Voynich. You got to decipher it, man. You got to get the drop. You got to decipher the Voynich, man. When you talk to Solimans, you're just talking the wisdom of Soliman. And I know you're going through a few things, my people. I know you're digging on a few things, man. But remember, man, afflicted in a few things, in many they shall be well rewarded. I'm talking about the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. Get the link. I'm dropping this too. As gold in the furnace, he hath proved him. And as a victim of Holocaust. Holocaust means what? It means a burnt offering, a whole burning. You've been wholly burned. A whole burning. You've been wholly burned. A destruction of many people. You've been destroyed. But have you really been destroyed? But in the souls of the just are the hands of Allah, and the torment of death shall not touch them. But you said, but we died, Drop. We were destroyed, Drop. What about our destruction, Drop? In verse 2, Wisdom of Solomon says, in the sight of the unwise, they seemed to die. In the sight of the unwise, and their departure was taken for misery. But we're miserable, drop. We're dying, drop. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, or mistaken for misery, and they're going away from us for utter destruction. We were destroyed, drop. It looked like it, right? It looks like it, right? It looks like it in the sight of the unwise. But what's the wisdom of Solomon talking about? What's the wisdom of Solomon talking about? The book of the wisdom of Solomon. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. We were talking about we're in some type of simulation, drop. And their departure was taken for misery, and they're going away from us for utter destruction, for they are in peace in reality. And though in the sight of men they suffered torments, in the sight of men, but you are the Naga. Their hope is full of immortality, Naga. Immortality, afflicted in a few things, in many they shall be well rewarded, because Hawa has tried them and found them worthy of himself. And as gold dragon, gold in the furnace, he has proved them. Gold, you don't have to be afraid of the fire. You're pure gold. You just get refined by the fire. When you realize you're pure gold, you're not afraid of the hijack or being hijacked with a bunch of static. You say, bring it on, give me more, because I'm being refined. I'm pure gold. As gold in the furnace, he has proved it. And as a victim of a Holocaust, he has received them. Holy burnt offering. And in time there shall be respect had to them. These people, these Nagas will be respected again. These gold dracons will be respected again. In time there shall be respect had to them. Why? The just shall shine and shall run to and fro like sparks among the reed. Love to earth and reed. They shall shine and run to and fro like sparks. Fire. We're just talking immortality, which means what? There's only one question you ask when you're talking about immortality. You say what? Say it with me. Did a black man discover the fountain of youth? We're just talking immortality. Immortality. This is Prester John 34, and we're just talking immortality. Immortality. To account for Prester John's age and work around it, Robert Silverberg in the 1972 book, The Realm of Prester John, wrote that the legend of the fountain of youth in Ethiopia, which one, was blended in an interpolation. Here's the version transcribed, a slightly later manuscript in Silverberg's book. Here's a version of the Prester John letter. We're just talking Prester John. We're just talking about the exilarchs. Rajadhiraja. We're just talking Juan Khan, Prester John. Whoever drinks of its water 3 times without having eaten will have no illness for 30 years. And when he has drunk of it, he will feel as if he has eaten the finest meat and spices, for it is full of God's grace. Hawa. A person who bathes in this fountain, this is the original baptism. It was living water, not a sprinkle and not an ocean. Living water. A person who bathes in this fountain of youth, whether he be of 100 or 1,000 years, will regain the age of 32. know that we, Prester John is saying, we in my tribe, we in my people, we were born and blessed in the womb of our mothers 562 years ago, Naga. We know that we were born and blessed in the womb of our mother 562 years ago. And since then we have bathed in the fountain of youth 6 times. Immortality. The whole tribe was born over 560 years ago. The whole tribe has bathed 6 times in the living water. In other words, Prester John was letting the readers know that by the miracle of the fountain of youth, he was 562 years old and going strong. As a result of this interpolation, building on the fountain of youth, Herodotus had identified the Ethiopia 1500 years before. Europe's difficulty in making contact with Prester John then was in no moment Silverberg argues, for he was immortal and could wait a while longer to be discovered. Prester John was in the most exclusive club of personalities who had staying power for centuries, not years, centuries. They were looking for Prester John for centuries, not years, centuries. Not years or minutes, centuries. He's immortal. Immortal dragon kings. Hebreo-Georgian Prester John, right? We're just talking immortality. Wow. So when you're digging on it, man, and you're wondering what we're talking about, and why we dig on Prester John when we talk about immortality, we're just talking the wisdom of Solomon. And though in the sight of men they suffer torments, their hope is full of immortality. Dragon kings, dragon queens, Lady Hannah, Lady Helena, Lady Miriam, Lady Khalifa Sheba, Lady Tamil, Tamar. Let go. Immortality afflicted in a few things, but in many they will be well rewarded, because Hawa has tried them and found them worthy of himself. As gold in the furnace he has proved them, and as a victim of the Holocaust he has received them. And in their time, shall be respect had to them. Allah. Appreciate y'all for digging on Prester John 34. Keep surfing the wave and know that we are already in Prester John, the Prester Hour number 23. So while you waiting on Prester John 35, dig on the Prester Hour. Go to the site. You know what I mean? If you're serious about Prester John, hit up the site, man. Hit up the search box, man. Talk about the voting manuscript, man. And if you just want to get it fast, go to the search box. It works really good, man. Type in Prester John, or Prester John Hour if you want the specific drop. Wow. Get that Prester drop, man. Let go. And again, man, 5 days a week, man. Surf the wave. 5 days a week, man. Get into the Prester Hour, man. Hold on. Oh, my bad. I just put Prester Hour. There we go. And then you got the Prester Hour, alright? So yeah, man, dig on it. Look at all these are about an hour long, man. This is the Prester Hour. Goes down every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Pacific time. You got the Prester Hour, man. Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Pacific time. You can dig on all the Prester Hours. surf the wave, man. All the way down, 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 man. There's lots of Prester John drop for you to dig on before you wait for Prester John 35, man. Just go up here, man. Type in the Prester Hour. Get the drop, man. And, you know, we're going to fly together, family. We're going to dig on it together, man. Y'all keep staying up. Keep it Zani, man. Keep that Zan Gam, right? That Gam. That Zan Gam, man. Remember who you are. We're just talking the Zan Gam. What? The A dynasty, man. The Zan Gam period, man. Get your Zan, get your Gam, get your foot through the dough, and surf the way. Wow.